So many question marks coming into Group E. Is Navi going to pick up where they left off the last time we had LAN?
Everybody's going to go in feeling the pressure.
Off the back of the flash, can peek in and take out OC. Oh, and a second as well. Sonic added to the list. It's a naughty.
You are not my friend. You are my brother, my friend.
I told you he wins these.
All 5 kills.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have an excellent day of Counter-Strike for each and every single one of you. The Intel Extreme Masters Cologne 2021 is live and on LAN, direct from the studios here in Katowice, but also the players in Cologne. You know how this goes. Welcome back. My name is Trace. I have Jason and I have Maniac with me. A lot of things to go over here when we get started in our pre-show. We'll just start with the brackets of Group A. Maniac, anything you want to touch on right off the top?
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about the favorites. We can talk about Gambit and G2 acting as such, ranked respectively 1st and 4th in the ESL World Ranking, already in that upper bracket final. So for those of you at home that thought that, you know, online meant nothing, well, maybe you're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And here we have on the other group stage as well, Navi, Vitality, that's going to be a huge one. Some of the favorites coming through there. Astrala showing they've still got some life in them. A lot of question marks around that team with all the controversy and all the publicity around some of the uncertain future around the squad. And Heroic is going to get a big test today against them as well. Another team that we're looking to prove that their online accomplishments can be matched on LAN.
Now that's pretty cool. You know, we got all this green screen stuff going on, but I really did think that was cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, you like that. You do love to see that. A day full of Counter-Strike today. Yesterday we had some of the same. A real grunter, Jason.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, a whole lot of grunting going on. A deep matchup on Inferno there against Team Liquid that they're able to win out over mousesports. And man, that's a grueling battle. That was a cool match to watch too because it didn't feel like anyone was underperforming. Like you couldn't look at any of the 10 players on that server and being like, he's a little bit quiet. He's not up to par in terms of his frag count. You know, everyone playing well in a tough beat for mousesports, who had to play, you know, #1 team in Gambit in a pretty dangerous Team Liquid squad as well.
Yeah, so I mean, we're talking about Liquid and mousesports. We're looking at Liquid at 28-25 in the last map. Of course, Inferno, because there wouldn't be any other map to have a third
beautiful.
One. It was a stage set for an elimination game. It was a very important matchup, all things considered. Mousesports, obviously having taken an L, are now out. Liquid move on. They get to play big next in the lower bracket. But again, backs against the wall for Liquid. Maniac, what's troubling you?
I think that victory for Liquid against mousesports is extremely important. If you go back to the first round where they got completely handed by NIP on map 2 and 3, very defeated. We didn't really know what to expect from Liquid at that point. That is the type of victory that launches your tournament. It's a type of moment where your back is against the wall and it's make or break. And when you win these, then you carry over that confidence onto the next round. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Liquid now being way more fearful and dangerous for their opponents.
They've got Big today, who can be sneakily, you know, a pretty solid opposition to go up against. And I mean, that's a team I think, you know, you can align that with NIP, who's a lot more structured, a lot more strategic, and a lot more measured than maybe a bit of a disorganized mousesports bringing in this lineup. That's a team I think that can cause Liquid some problems if they don't come in focused and communicating well.
Well, there's a guy that was like super cool, calm, and collected over on the mousesports side.
Oh.
Rops goes 90 and 62 over the course of a series.
I'm so
now,
sad.
I don't know if that's a little skewed because obviously some extra rounds, but damn, it's undeniable.
Listen, when you put a tweet out that you're entirely worth a 7-figure buyout, you better show up and perform at the first LAN back, and he's done just that. He's backed it up real well. That's an incredible performance in this tournament and an elimination.
Look, the Rob's topic is one that hurts me a little bit because I get it, you know, being loyal to an org, and he's been in mousesports for a very long time, and I'm sure he's a very expensive player, but he truly belongs in the elite of Counter-Strike. I need to see Rob's lifting trophies. That has to be, because when you have that quality as a player, that impact consistently, series after series, he's a top 10 player for me. There is no debate about it. But I'd like to see him having deep run. He's already out of IEM Cologne. Rops is out of IEM Cologne. That is how cutthroat this is.
Yeah, mousesports, they call him over there on the mousesports side of thing. For us, we get to catch up with the victors in Liquid last night. ldlc was gracious enough to grace us with an interview post-match. Let's see what he said.
ldlc, we're talking to you after a quadruple overtime inferno in a full 3-mapper against mousesports. Can you sum up the map? And can you sum up the match?
That was just intense. Like, I feel like I'm sweating right now. That was just crazy. Because I didn't feel like both teams were making crazy mistakes either. They were just insane rounds happening the whole entire inferno. So, yeah, it was just a grind, a huge grind.
Liquid have had issues closing out matches. This is a theme for you guys. Was that ever on your brain when you were going into overtime after overtime?
No, I don't think that like anyone was thinking that, because I think that a lot of the rounds were super close and like we weren't getting like steamrolled or anything like that. Like it wasn't something where we were up 15 like 7 or something and we just started like losing out, you know, like a certain other series. So it was super close games, and in the rounds themselves, they were really close too, where they ended up being like 3v3s and people have to like pull out hero plays on both sides. So I think it's just a different feel, and when you're playing, you don't really think like that.
And how was Adrian as a coach during those moments? Has he become the hype man you always wanted?
Well, he's not really a hype man. I don't think he'll ever be like that, because that's just not him. But I think that he did take really good timeouts and got us thinking when we needed to, where sometimes, you know, everyone's like really hyped up, or when he just could feel like when the freeze time was happening, like 5-6 seconds, like silence, and we need to like have a little bit more time to figure out what to do and create that solid plan. And he doesn't necessarily have to have that plan for us, but as long as he's getting it going like in our heads, and I'm not saying either that he didn't have any plans for us when these timeouts happen. I know people are crazy when they listen to these sometimes, but yeah.
The last time we did have a LAN in Cologne was, of course, 2019. You guys picked up the Intel Grand Slam at the Laxness Arena. So what's it like to now be back in the city competing in person again?
It feels really good. I thought that it would feel not as insane because it is a studio LAN and there is no crowd. And I feel like nothing will ever replicate that. But it still was really intense and everything. I felt like everyone felt more on their A game today. And thank God we were all on our A game, because if we were on our B game, I think that would have been a different result. So thank God. That was, everyone needed every single ounce of energy right there to be able to pull it out. And it came from everyone. So I'm happy for that.
Yeah. And, you know, eloquently put by ldlc, obviously giving some credit there to Adren on the other side of things. Jason, what are your thoughts?
On what?
Life in general.
Just anything.
Life,
How are you feeling right now?
Liquid, love, whatever you want.
No, it's obviously a good performance from them. Those are some tough matches when you get down deep into it. And his point about, you know, taking those timeouts and having those conversations in freeze time, when you get 4 overtimes in, you're running out of ideas and you're running out of steam, and you've ran a lot of the ideas that you've already had. And so, yeah, it takes a full team effort to get everyone focused and get everyone talking. And sometimes it's just a small comment from one player who might not usually make that comment to get the juices flowing. So, yeah, 4 overtimes in, you need everyone.
And sometimes that's all it takes. Maniac, we're going to go ahead and bring our commentators.
Let's do it.
I think this is probably the most appropriate time to let Harry and Hugo speak their piece. Boys, what's up? Hugo, Harry, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, thanks, Trace. Good to be here. We got a banging day. Me and Harry have been getting warmed up, hyped up in the sidelines. Obviously, ZywOo's simple matchup coming up later, that Vitality Na'Vi game. I'm super excited. I don't know how you're feeling, Harry. #1 in the world versus #2 in the world as of last year.
It feels like it feels like every single day we're getting better and better games, right? We had that Team Liquid mousesports game last night. That was incredible. I think that one might end up being hard to beat, right? I think everyone was kind of devastated with that, no matter the outcome, because it was such a good game. You got invested, you know, in both teams. You got invested in both teams' story. Then you got that heroic Astralis game coming up to round out tonight, right? Battle of the Danes, Battle of Denmark, and I know Danish fans are looking forward to that one. So Trace, we're very, very hyped over here. We can't wait to get into the game.
Rightfully so, gentlemen. Thank you so much. We're going to be catching up with you shortly. Obviously, they're going to be doing a bit of the talking here this morning. FaZe and Spirit, the first one on the docket for us. We need to go to a quick break so that when we come back, we can start getting into all the fine print, the nitty-gritty, the little details with little Momo and little Maniac. We'll be right back.
We saw Finale do it on Dust 2. There's no reason why Envious can't dig deep now. They know everything's on the line. One more round will do it. What have they got left in the tank?
Flusher looking to end this. It's going to be a third title for Finale.
Our team recent performance not that good, but we are working on it a lot, and our main goal is to progress, not to win every game, so it's pretty fine.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh! Bro, how many times? Oh!
Well, we're going to be kicking this matchup off with FaZe taking on Team Spirit. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Intel Extreme Masters, and we do have a day full of action-packed Counter-Strike competitive matches coming your way, all on the professional level and all on a local area network. Right here in the studio with me is going to be Maniac and Moses. My name is Trace. We're going to take a look at these rosters real quick so that you know exactly who to look forward to and to watching. And, of course, there are some nitty-gritty for us to go over. So let's hear from Sumdai Young.
Sumdai Young, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, two of your players, unfortunately, have to play in their hotel rooms today. What is it like being on LAN but having to play a part?
We don't really think about it. We just focus on our game and try to do our best. Maybe it's a bit not fair, but it is what it is. We can't do nothing about it, so we just play in our game.
Now, you have had some very close wins and some close losses so far. What do you think is holding the team back from closing out games?
Our clashes are pretty bad, at least on heroic game, and also some players have problems with aim, like me, for example, and last game Magic's. But we try to do our best, and we train a lot yesterday and today as well before the game, so we will try to make it better.
Do you think that's partly due to a lack of experience?
I don't think there's a lack of experience, because we feel in-game pretty good, and our communication is on point, and game plan is always working. So we just, I don't know, maybe it's a bad form or things like that.
How is Dexter handling his first big LAN?
Dexter is doing pretty good. He's hitting insane shots and doing really nice clutches, so he's playing really well, and I'm glad that we have a play like here.
And you're fighting for survival against FaZe today. What could make you the stronger team in the matchup?
I can say map pool is already pretty weird, because we are not playing Vertigo, and they are as well. So we will just see what will happen, because I don't know even.
I'm excited for this veto. Thank you so much, Sumdai Young.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So you can't aim, but that's okay, because neither can most of Twitch chat. And we know that. One person that definitely can aim over on the side of FaZe, on the other side of the server right now, is Twist. He's coming into this one with 2 aces. We saw one yesterday with an AWP playing a close-ass angle in Car on Dust 2. Really, where is the rationale there? I mean, great, it worked, but WTF, mate?
I mean, you cannot comprehend because you don't have his aim, Twist. I mean, Twist, I just called you Twist right there.
Yeah.
Trace. Look, Twist obviously is acting like a superstar. He was running that FaZe roster ever so much. 5 maps now deep into this IEM Cologne, considering they're playing in the group stage, and he's at 1.26 rating. This is mission accomplished for Twist. He's got to keep on moving. I just want to quickly touch on that Sumdai Young interview. I'm going to call him out on something. He says it's only about aim. That's our only problem. That is not my understanding of Spirit. For me, the problem with Spirit has always been mental. It's been the ability to close out games, and that is not about the aim. It's about the focus, about the mental fortitudes. That's what I'm looking for.
I just want to qualify too. I would assume, just because it's probably a language barrier thing with the interview, that him saying we're having a problem with aim is just individually they probably got outdueled in the matchup that he's referring to, and that's his way of kind of translating it. So I don't think he actually believes that there's players on that team that have crappy aim or anything like that.
No.
I think they just felt probably a little bit outclassed in that first series.
What about Dexter? Now, aces are cool, but have you ever seen clutches? Because he's got 3 of them.
Yeah, and he is a player that they're going to need to do that again today. Not just the clutches, but the impact with the AWP. He's one of those. He's one of the names coming out of the CIS region where it's like, oh, you have another insanely good AWPer coming out of the region. How does this work? Now, there is a downside to that in a way. He is one of those AWPers that we have to talk about. Very reliant on the weapon. 50% of his kills come with the AWP. And just for reference, when you get to AWPers like Device, like Simple, like ZywOo, they're down at like 33, 35%, 1/3 of their kills. So Dexter's a little bit higher up. That's not necessarily bad, because Shiro also has about 50 to 55% of his kills with the AWP, but very reliant on it, and for good reason. He's very good.
But when you look at the multi-kill, you looked at the percentage right there. Can that play into it, Maniac?
Yeah, it absolutely can. I mean, for Dexter, the first challenge coming into this IEM Cologne was to sustain the pressure he had on his shoulders, because he is one of the diamond of 2021. If you look at the stats, actually, you factor in top 30, he is the 10th best player of 2021. Granted, it was only online, but he comes in here with that tag, the tag of a player that has to prove himself. Currently, counting play-in and group stage, he's at 1.26 rating. So again, as I said, the mission is accomplished for Dexter, and from there, it's only upwards. He's already been able to survive the first day jitters, he's activated, and he's definitely a win condition for Spirit.
So in terms of Spirit, though, we know that these guys are really spending a lot of time in the server. And by that, I mean, they have an average of some like 31 rounds or something like that over the course of, what, the past 10 maps. That's pretty wild. Now, does it hinder? Does it help? It's kind of hard to gauge, right?
I think it helps in a way, because I think the more experience, the more matches you get to play on LAN with this roster coming in, with Dexter being kind of fresh to the environment as well, even if there's struggles, even if you're going deep, and as you can see, all of them are overtime or very narrow wins or losses. Like, that's all valuable time for someone who needs to get that experience, and that experience being in pressure situations. So as long as they're winning and moving on in the event and not getting knocked out, it's obviously, in my mind, a positive.
Maniac Vito's do it.
I really like what I'm seeing, Tris. I'm really like it. It was addressed by some Dion, the fact that both teams, or neither teams play verticals,
like
both floated, and these are punish bans. These are punish bans from either side. The Mirage getting taken over by Spirit, and then Dust 2 for FaZe. That is something you were mentioning, that Spirit would go for Dust 2. So as a result, quite logically, we have Spirit going on for Overpass. That's their second most picked map. It's not very good for FaZe. That makes sense. And then the Inferno pick for FaZe.
Yeah, I half wish, like, secretly that one of these teams had prepared a Vertigo just to bust it out just like a little bit, just to pull it out right at the end.
Well, we have it.
That's spicy. Here we are.
Okay.
So we just heard SDY say, hey, we don't like to play Vertigo. We're not going to
It was the first thing I said to Maniac this morning when we got to the desk was, I hope FaZe floats Vertigo so they can ban Dust 2. Spirit, I just watched them in the CIS RMR last week. They did not look good on any map except Dust 2. That was the one map where they did not feel lost on. I'm very worried for Spirit in this matchup, and especially if you take that map away from them, it's going to be very painful. I think this is a very tough 3-map series for them. FaZe isn't exactly world beaters. They're still susceptible to taking a loss here, but without Dust 2, Spirit's in a tough place.
But for FaZe, Maniac, these guys, they've come here with a vengeance. It feels like they've come here with something to prove.
Yes, it's about vindication for FaZe. It's about sending a message to the world that they can still do it, that they can still belong to the top. And even though they lost to Astralis, I think they gathered a lot of individual confidence.
That was a pretty admirable loss.
It was. And they must feel like it. They must feel like, okay, we've lost it, but we've shown enough. We've found our ways with Ws as well early on against the likes of Complexity and EG. And now this is not the limping phase that we had prior to this event. I think they're activated. They're going to make life really hard for Spirit.
Yeah, and it's going to be a sight for sore eyes. FaZe versus Spirit. We've got Overpass. We got Inferno guaranteed. And
Vertigo,
perhaps a Vertigo, just so we can see everybody kind of run around like a chicken with their head cut off, because that is what we all signed up for. Isn't that right, Jason?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be playing up contact plays. I'm taking FaZe in the series, Trace.
Of course you are. For us, we take it over to the commentators. We got Harry and Hugo standing by for FaZe versus Team Spirit. Sheesh!
Sheesh, indeed, Trace. We're ready to get this one started. FaZe Clan taking on Team Spirit. Hugo, you're with me, and I know you're looking forward to this one, right? We were hoping that we got to see these boys. So let's take a look at this. Team Spirit with a T-side start here on Overpass. And already you've got a bit of a fight going on over here in middle. A lot of attention down towards short out of Team Spirit. Maybe this one man out through middle is going to keep these, this stack here for FaZe Clan. Team Spirit might have an easy time ahead of them in this B bomb site.
Oh, Brokey with a headshot, and now Carrigan up close gets overwhelmed. The Glocks are running FaZe down, and they've got mollies to follow up. Barrels clear, and the plant allowed. FaZe are playing retake with no kit currently. That could get problematic. Rain coming down connector. Mir is still hidden here. This is such a good position if you just don't show your head up. And Rain might not check it at this point. He's being baited in by the short player. Rain, loses his life. And now FaZe have to come in on the flank. It is denied by Dexter. Olof getting a kill. Twist moving in, covered by Brokey. And somehow there's still hope for FaZe, but there's not much time. Sundai Young dies very quickly. And Mir now has to hold on in the 1v3. He can't. FaZe are going to retake that pistol round and pick it up easily. Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, man. You know, thinking about how that round starts, you're quad stacked over in mid and long. You were on the complete wrong side of the map. Chopper's trying to sell this idea that it is the A commitment. So the rotations there for FaZe were a lot slower than they were meant to be, right? Everyone's having to rotate back around from over towards Fountain. The fact that they pull that off is really impressive. And now they can look to lock in a good start here. I'm kind of just astonished that they're able to pull that off.
I actually love this buy for Spirit. You know, I was wondering if more teams would go for something like this. It's just the quantity of Galils, right? 1,800 a piece, plus the armor, plus any util you can manage, and everyone can buy one thanks to the bomb plant. So I think it's a really cool idea. If FaZe see Galils, they're not expecting 5 of them, and so everywhere you go, you've got to watch out for rifles. Certainly not the AK, but it could do. FaZe, of course, you know, expecting a buy here, put everything into it. There were no, you know, dilly-dallying, no one playing USP armor. We've got full rifles for them as well, but they are a man down. Chopper's found that opening kill. Now he has to lead his team to a bomb site. Looking like a Carrigan repositioning to the bank. He has got a teammate near about. It's Brokey with the AUG. So at least the best rifle on this top site right now. Spirit, as said, don't have a lot of utility. They've got 3 smokes. They would love some flashbangs, though. Can't even really get value out of 3 smokes on this bomb site. So 2 go through, and here comes Spirit.
Oh, and Brokey has tried his best to block this smoke at Dumpster. It's given him a bit of a wider angle. Team Spirit, are they going to be ready for this? Nope, blindsides the first 2, drops the bomb. Great stuff out of Brokey. He set himself up for that when he blocked the smoke. Carrigan, sure, he's traded after that first kill. This bomb site is still a tumultuous territory if you're Team Spirit. They're waiting for nades for the bomb plant as well. And if you're able to nade out Dexter, there it is. Perfectly timed for Olof. That has just won you the round. That's why you've got this guy here.
Yeah. What a beautiful round, man. We saw teams like that. You know, in the last year or so, we've seen more teams start to play bomb sites like on Overpass, much the same, right? You know, running nade retake setups where, you know, you get a certain amount of kills, you get the advantage, you fall back, and then you have nade setups. Heroic is such a good example of a team that you know, pioneered that so long ago. Many seasons of Pro League ago. But yeah, you can do it on both bomb sites, right? You know, where you boost on CTB, you can lob nades into the plant, you can, you know, molly something Gambit do as well. So yeah, nice idea for Olof, denies a plant, Mir saves a gun, but otherwise it's eco here for Spirit.
Yeah, man, I really like what we're getting out of FaZe right now. It's very, very exciting. It just goes to show how smart Olof is as well, right? Like, he's waiting to hear the plant noise, and then there's like 6 seconds left, and he hasn't heard it yet. He knows the bomb's also right there on truck, so he goes, well, if I lob the flash now, and not flash, if I lob the nade now and they were anywhere near picking up the bomb, they're dead to it, mate. So look at this. Mir's got this hero Galil. It's not every day that you see one of those purchased up. And it's already removed from the round. Twists up here on this little wizard spot, mate, levitating. Takes down 2 on the cross outside of Monster. Dexter has been able to retrieve that rifle at least, and that's actually quite sick for him, considering he has armor. Interesting to know, he was armor Glock, so I think, you know, the idea always was to pass this Galil around on the players who had that armor behind them. Chopper has been holding down the fort at long for a while. It's a little bit weird because back in the site, right, you got Raid, and then up in the toilets, Carrigan still lies in wait, and you don't know anything about him. So he could be a nasty surprise as you look to move into this A-bomb site.
Chopper, oh, did he get spotted? Rain, yes, he knows what's going on, and he's dropped the bomb. Now down to the rifle, and Dexter's going to hit the shot through the wall. Carrigan followed up onto as well, and Dexter, surely no plant today. It's denied by Brokey. Nice try nonetheless. That saved Galil. Does a lot of damage, doesn't it? 3 kills in the round, so FaZe, they may be up 3-0, but Spirit are competing at least, keeping that money on the edge. And yeah, man, after we got to, you know, cast FaZe's opening BO3 against Cole, man, I got a lot more hype for this team and what they could be bringing into the table this IEM Cologne round, right? Especially with everyone being on LAN. There's a certain benefit to, you know, all your players being together, getting those fist bumps in, friendly faces, having your coach behind you, rather than, you know, what you know, many CIS teams are going through in terms of having to, you know, play from their rooms. Still LAN, of course, still on local area network, but you don't have that same camaraderie, right, with your teammates. Things like that are hugely beneficial to a team like FaZe in a position here. And so 3-0 up. Spirit focused B, but re-smoked at the monster. That will slow things down if they weren't already enough.
Oh, look at Olaf on this secondary orb, holding the short cross. And this is, you know, it's a bit of a risk. You are putting yourself out there. And, oh, well, there's the opener taken by Team Spirit. Good thing Twist was nearby to keep that even, keep you in a 4-on-4. You know, if Olaf goes down untraded there, it makes this round a rough one for FaZe. Team Spirit, are they going to try and capitalize on this kill they've just got down towards the B bomb site? Looking like they were going to assemble the boost and then deciding against it. That's because they want to move in for the kill right here, right now. Twist holding from CT is flashed off the angle. Rain's dead in COD, so we need one of these B players to step up, and it's only Twist's left. He gets the dink on Dexter. But armed with only the USP, it's just like, what, 50 damage or thereabouts?
Damn.
Oh, damn good try from Twist, man. Really did all you could have asked for there.
Yeah. I mean, like, on this team, right, for FaZe, you're going to see a lot of different people AWPing, right? Karrigan's been a primary AWP in his time. Rain has only got about 5 AWP kills in his entire life, but everyone else loves to wield this weapon, so that's the benefit, right? So when guys, anyone can pick it up, Twist hit some bangers, even the dink, but no round today. And that's kind of nice, because Spirit on the board early means this one's bound to be competitive. Certainly with FaZe broken economically right now. Looking like an early B pop. We got triple Mac 10s. The money wasn't great. We know CIS teams love these fast Mac 10 rushes. And with Chopper at the helm as well, this is nothing new. And so here they go, lining up the flash, and Spirit about to explode.
Yeah, and they come through short. The Mac 10s lead the way. Olaf Meister tries to cut them down, and he's in with a double on the D. Oh, he softened them up for Twist! And Twist and Olaf, oh, they've ruined this round for Team Spirit. They've cut through them like a hot knife. It's all gone wrong for the Team Spirit squad. And it's the Deeg armor on just 2 players of FaZe Clan that are able to tear you down. That is gnarly.
Twist has had his own meal today, Harry. He's 9-1. He's not missing a beat. Like, every D shot connecting, and even that AWP round, like the fact that you're going for a US, yeah, that last one. Even when you're in that AWP round, when he gets 3 kills of the AWP and then he swaps to the USP, like that's confidence. Not waiting a second to get the AWP back out.
No,
to try it again. No, you're just going for the kill as soon as you can.
From these last 2 clips, getting to see them from Twist POV, you know, like you can tell just from like the fights he's taking, how he's taking them, how it's looking. He's feeling it today.
It is great to get Spirit on the camera shots as well, right? For a lot of these games, we've had, you know, only 1 team on cam, but now we've got everyone here, so it's always nice. I wonder if Spirit will get loud on LAN, right? Obviously, as you know, said by the desk, we got players like Dexter, right? Not the most LAN experience, to say the very least, and so you know, you wonder where their heads are at, where confidence is at, and hoping that they can keep up the camaraderie themselves. We've had certainly some teams here at LAN, or some players making some noise. Device is the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, obviously the downside, right, is that the Spirit, it's only some of the guys out of that quarantine right now. Dexter and Magic still in it, and they will be till the end of the event. So the other boys are having to try and carry the energy in this instance.
Well, better some than none, right?
And better some die young, right? So here we are. Bit of short control taken. Mir maybe going to get boosted up by Magics. They were going to employ this the other round, and they decided against it and just went with a fast B play. I think with how some of these results have been on the back of these B plays, they want to try and gimmick a kill out of this before they hit the go button.
I love this silent jump as well. There's no one crouching, so you'd have to double jump, and then you hear that squish on someone's head, and it's an easy freebie. It's going to be Carrigan falling, and Olaf feels like he has to take some space. Peaks Monster dies. There's somebody young, Brokey alone on the York, missed shot, and now they get closer. Brokey with one. The lineup is almost there, but Brokey needed 3. Decimation on the B-bomb site.
Let's fucking go, Brookie, man.
And now we're getting loud face.
Come on, fist, yeah, give Carrigan the fist bump. I was worried he was going to get left hanging. I felt real second-hand embarrassment for Carrigan there for a moment. But Olaf don't leave you hanging, and Brokey don't leave you losing out, does he? Look at this. Oh, it's gnarly, like he's so ready for every single fight, throwing himself in, some Guardian-esque play, dancing around the pillar. Beautiful, beautiful out of FaZe, beautiful out of Brokey. And, you know, considering yesterday Brokey was one of the players who had, like, you know, some trials and tribulations, I guess you could say, it's great to see him delivering the form we know he's capable of today.
From the get-go as well, no waiting around. FaZe, they're getting pumped up right now. Obviously, hearing Carrigan scream is a delight. And that's just going to keep you performing, really, at this point in the game. 5-1, Spirit shattered. And not just economically as well, it's down to Deagles looking for B picks. I love how Rain started this round. He just rushed A long, got a kill, and completely disappeared. Spirit cannot refrag. They've got to regroup at B.
Twists, man, waiting in this position again. And with the kind of game he's having, I do not love it. It's for Team Spirit, right? It feels like this B site is just... it's home of the gods, man, right now. Like, you keep going in there, and you're getting churned up, whether it's up against Pistols, whether it's up against Brokey's AWP, or even Twist's AWP. You have not been getting the results you wanted. Olaf spots a bunch of players at short, and so now Twist's laughing to himself as he's given another chance down through Monster, this time only good for 1. The rest of the gang start to spill on through. 2 out through Monster. Carrigan's holding for this. He can time his peaks with Olaf, and that's never even needed because Olaf has knocked them all out of the round. FaZe Clan up 6-1 and showing no signs of slowing down.
It is beautiful, isn't it? And it's Spirit's map pick.
Yeah, I mean,
this
is like one of, like a bit of a CIS classic as far as maps go. And on top of that, it is like, you know, one of the go-tos for the Spirit squad. That's why this scoreline is so shocking. That's why I think when we look at Brokey and Twist really like spearheading this one, and some of the rounds we've had out of the supporting cast on FaZe, you've got to be impressed with where they find themselves in this map.
Again, not waiting around. Spirit is going right out B. The white peak is denied for Carrigan. Dexter was scoped on with the AWP, and Olaf is smoked off at short side to Spirit. In they go to the bomb site. Olaf boosted. He has cover for the short pipe, but Spirit, they've got numbers out Monster already, and they know where FaZe should be. Mir's coming up to clear it. He's got to be very careful with his double setup and the door off as well, and Twist gets mollied out, leaving Olaf above the boost into the fire. You can't survive it this time around, Olaf. There's no bomb ticking. Spirit don't need the plant. They've got all the kills.
Yeah, and even though Brokey gave us that one moment, asking him to 1v4 in a lost B side, that is an entirely different request.
He's expecting a flank, but it's coming later than he's imagining. It's just making sure he can't save.
God, yeah, this is like some real combat saving.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the real estate to go back up to A and, you know, be able to guaranteed hold on to the gun. There's that kill onto Magics. That's going to trigger him to try and rotate up, but he's still being cautious. He's still aware of the possibility of this wrap.
Yeah, the more silent it is, the more obvious it is at this point. Why is Spirit not hunting me? Why are they not trying to get the AWP out? Well, that's because they think they've already got it.
Look at how, like, paranoid he is right now, though, right? He knows they can boost Heaven. I think, luckily enough, the fact that Mir has just run through the A site has given him some kind of awareness, but they hunt him down, they tag team him, And Team Spirit get a second, and they find all 5 kills as well, even stripping the AWP away, which is really, the most important thing there. You don't allow that save to come in, because if you did, you would have had an investment coming in here from the FaZe squad. They could have had majority of players on rifles with the AWP to try and bolster it. Instead, Brokey goes for a hero AWP investment.
Okay.
Yeah,
feeling it.
I get, I don't know if I'm the biggest fan, but it's a cool idea. It's a cool idea.
If it works, it works, but I'd be surprised.
If it works, he's going to
does.
look like a 900 IQ, absolute genius. The thing is, glass cannon AWP to be juggled around and become more glass cannons. That's essentially what this is.
The danger here is, like, you've got to play for the save if you can't win the round, because, next round you're going to be broke and you're going to be ecoing into a full buy. So, oh, bye-bye, Carrigan, jumping on his teammate's head and now falling down many feet. So, yeah, Brokey, he's got to, get kills and get out alive. Weird Molotov. Brokey going to rotate A. And yeah, this is like, I think FaZe probably know that Spirit are expected to go B in this round, but you're just hoping that, not only you can defend the AWP, but maybe Spirit overcomplicate it, outplay themselves and go back up. They're not. Spirit have had a game plan set towards B all T sides so far. Those flashes full blind everyone, but it's not a problem. As said, FaZe aren't here. So yeah, the AWP, it may be a bit crazy, but it gets saved. He calls the very early.
No, yeah, this was definitely the right way to approach it. It's fine as long as you can commit to the save, as long as Team Spirit let you get away with it. And the fact that this call, as you say, came through so soon, I think is the important part there. And, to really top that off, the whole round was designed around it. He has 3 other players with him on USPs as like bodyguards. They can be the ones to get found first. If Brokey does die, they can at least pick up the AWP and hopefully get it out of the round. So, if that was how they were always destined to play this and approach it, then yeah, man, let's go. Get the AWP out.
It's nice to see Spirit not deterred by some of these really gnarly B holds. Like, think about these B holds. Remember, it's twist no for the Deagles. It's Brokey finding the 4K. It's very clean rounds for FaZe, all things considered. So Spirit, their game plan is B, and they're sticking to it. They're going back to B. They're winning more rounds now. And, as Moses said on the desk, right? He just saw this team play in the CIS RMR. He said that no map was good for them but Dust. I mean, this is their second best win percentage map, right? Like, this is where they should be showing up. It's their pick in the series. FaZe got rid of Dust. There was no choice for it. So, you get a little bit worried if they can't warm into this T side, especially for the longevity of this series. But back to basics, back to B.
Yeah, I mean, hell, dude, this has basically been home away from home for Team Spirit. They've loved hitting this site. This time they've opened onto Twist. Carrigan trying to play around these smokes is only good for 1. And so Olaf now is feeling this pressure. He's all alone back at the B site, calling for rotations. If he can get 1 before that plant comes in, maybe you're interested. Instead, it's Rain knocked out by Magix. And that is going to force the save out of these double AWPs, right? 2 on 4. Already you're thinking about saving. The fact that it's 2 AWPs in this retake with only the smoke on Brokey, you can't do anything to force these players into your sight lines. And so they're just going to try and bow out with the AWPs.
Yeah, I think it's just the mind game now. If they can't keep going B, guys, we're double AWPing A. Like, eventually, they don't know what's up. They're going to walk into it. Nope, Spirit are just setting B from the beginning of the round. And, not swaying away from that idea. So how will FaZe deal with that in the follow-up? Oh no, they're doing it to themselves again, Harry. They're trapping themselves in CT spawn. Brokey actually had the A site for a moment, but he's come down to play with Olaf, and this is fine at least. No one's hunting, but you get a little bit, worried after what we saw last time around. So save is allowed. Both AWPs in the follow-up, but not much behind them. You shouldn't really be full buying here if you're FaZe. Give Spirit a 5th, which, suddenly doesn't look too bad. This was one-sided. This was 6-1. Well, now it's about to be pretty darn close.
Yeah, I'm really curious where these AWPs end up. I imagine you just split them 1-1 again. Yeah, Olaf going to head down towards the B site with his, try and supplement this hold a little bit, try and pad the site out. Brokey, what's his call going to be, right? He's up here on A. He's gone down into connector. I was curious if we were going to have him try and take an early fight, but instead he just smokes it off to steal that bit of control away and slow Team Spirit down on this side of the map.
Yeah, Door's also been blown off by his teammate from B, so that's nice. You know, he gets to drop the smoke when it fades, the door's open. Spirit, if they're in-connected, they're a little bit paranoid.
Yeah, right? They've really kind of given this illusion, like, yeah, we might have taken short, right? The door's blowing off, cons smoke. This is all kind of giving some signals that we've either taken connector or we're fighting short, and that's why we see Team Spirit having to take some time to clear these positions
And
now.
It's such a lovely little ruse, because we have 4 on A now for FaZe, so they're really trying to read into Spirit hitting this top site. They're really hoping they go back up, and Spirit certainly may. Taking water though, realize this is all but a fake for FaZe. The bomb's still back in middle, so anything is possible. Olaf dropping B, doesn't want to, you know, stay with a solo Eagle on that B site forever, and Dex is going to get patiently rewarded for Rain's kill. So it's starting to look good now. Twists in the toilets, should be cleared here by Mia. If he goes the full distance, see if the PT-50 can do anything. Okay, for Twist, can he get out with a gun? Oh, he tried to pick it up, but Young hunts him down, and now it's up to Brokey on the site.
Yeah, 20 seconds. They've got to run into this AWP. They've got to run into the double AWP hold. They've got to break through this iron wall of Olaf and Brokey with just 14 seconds on the clock. Olaf seen an army, takes a leg. Another man crosses into the site. Olaf is still here. No scope connects, but it's only the tag, only the leg. If he killed Magix there wouldn't have been time for the bomb plant.
The round, Harry.
That's so sad for Olaf, man. It's so close to a round-winning play.
What more could he really have done there? Getting jumped on. Magix is mid-air. But yeah, if he hits that kill, absolute, almost a guarantee that FaZe get that round, right? Spirit may have been close, but the time was already down to 5 seconds as Magix was putting it in. So all the confusion, all the kerfuffle might have been enough. Very nice try. And yeah, look at that timer tick down. Look how close. The spacing wasn't there. That's absolutely around for FaZe if Olaf gets the kill. What can you do? Move on, brush it off, B-rush, and get denied in the entrance. Twists! The damage done is impeccable. He sets his team up for a win within seconds of the round beginning. Chopper's on 10 health. Dexter didn't see anyone, just smoke kills. And where the hell do you go from here?
And of course, it's these two guys who, on these B rushes, whenever there has been a round-winning round for FaZe, it's often come off the back of Twists and Olaf doing the bulk of the damage at B. They open up this round with a triple kill through the smoke, 2 for Twists, 1 for Olaf. And really, for Team Spirit now, I don't think that they're thinking about winning this round in any way, shape, or form. It kind of becomes about damage control, trying to do something. You know, trying to make this feel like less of a win for FaZe by dropping some players out of the server.
Yeah, because this was FaZe on their last legs, right? This was them about to be reset or broken at least, so keeping 5 alive here is massive. That's definitely the call that Carrigan's making, guys. Just try and trade at least. Like, don't die. We need this money if we want to run away with the CT side. And Brokey, close shot, gonna hit it onto Chopper. That's gonna be Dexter. Probably just saving himself, right? He's got the mad money, but after peeking into Olaf, there's not really any hope that FaZe are going to give him kills here. So Dexter just looking for some exits and then going to be able to drop over guns if needed. I mean, the money is still pretty good for Spirit, so there's no real problems just yet. Spirit have a chance at a really good T side despite a slow start. And we are getting a bit of a banging matchup here, if I say so myself. Counter-terrorists win. Risky, but he got a molly, so all worth it.
Yeah, I'm happy to see FaZe starting strong as well after that matchup versus Astralis just yesterday. You know, we were very excited to see where FaZe were at after looking at them in the play-ins, right? They were looking really, really strong there. They come into that Astralis game, then they have a slow start. They go on to make it a pretty competitive series that still ends 0-2.
Yeah. The crazy triple OT. You know, like at the end of the day, they took Astralis a distance, man. They were competitive. And so there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those moments, right, where you were kind of left saying to yourself, like, maybe if they'd started the day just a little better, right, and gotten like one extra round here and there, it would have made all the difference. So that's why it's so pivotal to see them in this lead, keeping it up and looking to build upon it now into the B site for Team Spirit. FaZe Clan, they're relying on Twists and Olaf again, and this time Twists is out of the round early. Olaf Meister calling for rotations. Mir is holding on to Con. How many can he get away with? Rain, little backflip, but doesn't stick the landing. A man down now for FaZe in this retake. Carrigan and Olaf, the only two able to pressure this bomb site. And Carrigan swinging wide from heaven. This is ballsy. He is out in the open. He is out on an island. The flank of Broki's shut down. Carrigan still committed. Also dies at the hands of Some Die Young. And Olaf, he might have been here since the beginning. He'll be the only one left in the end.
Yeah, gonna look for some exits as they hunt him down, but really it's not gonna change too much. You can see Mir's already on exit duty. This guy, Mir's had a hell of a round. He caught a connector rotate, then he went back to T-spawn, killed a monster, a monster flank, a big flank, and now he's hunting Olaf down in CT, who seems like he'll get away with his life. He's on full health. Mir's too far, but it's still a nice attempt nonetheless. FaZe fall in that round, and again, it's the B play, it's the B problems. Spirit really haven't even attempted this A site other than that one round into the double AWP. They did win it, albeit a very close round. They don't seem to really care about top right now, and I can't blame them with the results coming in with 6 on this T side, with all the money in the world, no more ecos left up for Spirit. Let loose, go wild, have fun.
Oh, Brokey trying his hand at a mid-peak in the round. Will get flashed off and just concedes it for now. I like that the AWP is still trying to get this information early for FaZe, right? Not feeling deterred by how some of these recent rounds have gone. It's nice seeing a confident Brokey. They're out in middle with the toilet smoke down. Brokey can't see a thing. He doesn't know what's happening in mid right now. And he's alone up towards the A-bomb site. If he falls, this is a big problem for FaZe Clan, right? Team Spirit could just pick up the pace and win the round right away. Brokey, we need a big moment out of him on this AWP. We've had a few in this game so far.
He's fired off. They know what they're up against, but he has backed up safely and even called for a bit of a rotate as well. So a little more padded our FaZe on this top site. They'll need to be. The Spirit look convinced, committed, 5 here. I wonder if FaZe, you know, they're going to start realizing this B site is completely empty. They don't want to go for any plays, but we do have some monster jiggles coming in, so maybe room for a third rotate. It won't be here in time, though. The smokes are coming over. 30 seconds, Spirit closing the gap. Brokey's still here. That third man of Rain is in position very soon, and so Brokey, if he hits this first shot, it could waterfall out of control of Spirit's hands.
Oh, but he's blinded off the angle. Good flash. Now they're getting closer to Brokey, and he's swept out. Carrigan will put up a hold in this site to maybe give you a reason to retake this round if you're FaZe. He keeps it in a 2-on-2. Twists and Olaf, as mentioned, 2 of the heroes from this B bomb site. They're the 2 left in the retake now. Dexter and Magix both fall off together, and they're playing long around this bomb. FaZe should be able to piece this one together. Olaf has pushed through toilet. Short was clear when he was there last, and site is looking pretty empty as well. They might be able to figure this out. Olaf has just come from short side, so he's not ready for this repeat from Team Spirit. Dead to the AWP, Dexter. Twists, while he's good for the first, asking him to beat the AWP at that kind of range. It's unlikely. And so that's 7 on the board for Team Spirit.
Man, I thought FaZe would realize sooner, right? They just didn't know where that second guy was. They knew one had backed up long, but not the other. And at that point, it's a lost round. Spirit, lovely little wrap there, right? They're scared because as much as FaZe don't have the info, neither does Spirit. They have to walk long. They have to walk toilets. They don't know the timing of Olaf coming up connector. He could be late. He could be hearing them. But instead, Spirit, it's perfect for them. They set up, they deny the defuse, and they find even Steven, 7-all. And FaZe broken for the last round of the half. This could be Spirit winning the T side of Overpass. Considering this was a 6-1 start, that's not what I had in mind.
No, right? This is one hell of a recovery out of Spirit. And they should really be, you know, proud of themselves for this one. As you say, 6-1 down, and now a chance to win out the half. That is kind of unreal. And certainly makes us feel better about Team Spirit on their map pick, one of the classic maps for them.
Yeah, it shows that they got more in the wheelhouse than just a one-map army, right? You know, we've seen Spirit do some great things this year, and so it'd be a shame to...
Oh, the boost.
Oh, the jump. Was that heard? Was that cool? We'll have to find out. Twist has been watching the boost, but this time he's moved out of position. It won't make a difference. Mir falls off, and Spirit get ready to go.
Yeah, Barrels is Molly. That's going to clear that out. They will have to be worried about the site, and there's a lot of bodies in here. Twist's blinded, as you say. Dexter throwing in this utility to help out with the push. The rest of Team Spirit all following through with kills. Rain on the MP9, good for a double, and he's traded after that. So Team Spirit, they do win out this half from 1-6 down to an 8-7 scoreline. Team Spirit, they're on the up and up, whereas FaZe, they're looking a little down.
Being back on the roster for me has been super fun, first of all. I enjoy it a lot. And playing with, especially playing with Finn, it's been a long time since I did that, Kerrigan. And I think it's been going pretty good. It's been okay. I mean, I'm a little bit rusty still, and I'm still getting used to compete again. But it's just a lot of fun, and I love it, so yeah.
Hey Future Pros, back on Overpass today with another T-sided smoke. This one is thrown from spawn and lands in the doorway to bathrooms. To master this tricky smoke, hop onto the railing. Line up in between these 2 points, aim to the right side and close to the top of these leaves. Then throw the smoke. It may take a few attempts to get it down, but I have faith in you all.
Forgetting who I was, or have to look back that far. And I don't want to forget who, get who. And are you just fucking around in my mind one last time? I'm gonna be real honest this time. I'm okay with it, I am more than fine. I'm gonna roll all less red dice now. Tell me I won't get out. Tell me I won't get Trap me inside your walls now.
Yes, Team Spirit. As we stand, they've won out this first half, and that was from being 1-6 down to FaZe Clan at one point in time. They've stumbled back to their feet, and they went on to find success after success on their T side. Now they move into the CT half. Now we get into this second half of play. FaZe Clan are hoping they can have a start as strong as they did in that first half to maybe put the fear back in Team Spirit.
Yeah, they certainly look fearless right now, just going back to this B site with a vengeance, despite FaZe having some really nice holds down there on lower. Let's see what FaZe's T-side's like. Straight up to A, going for the long control, and no flash to signal anything. Dexter's caught in the open. He's still able to run back in time FaZe, do they do the classic? Do they run con to B? Are we pulling out the MM strats, or will FaZe just commit here? Nice tap for Degster. Rain doesn't get a chance to play the pistol round. He's very sad. And back go FaZe. They don't like what they see in terms of the range USPs. They're going to reset B.
FaZe fans are probably sad he doesn't get to play the pistol either. This guy is often one of the backbones of pistol rounds. So, a pretty important kill to have found. They're going to go down con. They're going for the matchmaking round. The world call in a sense, right? Out to long, through con, into this B site. Team Spirit are already here holding the line.
All these taps are dirty. Magic's getting overwhelmed a little bit, but it's not like FaZe are getting any closer or any more comfortable. Everyone hitting their shots here for Spirit, and it is clean as can be. One for Chopper, not a problem. 5 alive. And 9-7, okay. You win the half with a great comeback, and now you take the pistol? I'd be a little worried in FaZe's boots.
Yeah, I mean, mate, if you're FaZe, the best you were able to go up was 6-1 over Team Spirit. They are now 8-1ing you back in response, right? Essentially, that's kind of how the round flow's been. So Team Spirit saying to FaZe, anything you can do, we can do better. We've got this force buy from FaZe Clan. Deagles out aplenty. And a bit of connector control getting taken. Twist is lurking out through top mid, and the bomb is actually going to move back around and join him. Right now, FaZe Clan, pretty standard little default here. They take away connector control, they get out in middle, and they have a player holding on for any B aggression. This allows you to go back to B later on. It gives you a bit of an idea what's going on that side of the map. And so the fact that they're pulling Olaf away means this might be an A commitment out of FaZe. They no longer have that info as to what's going on at Monster, what's going on at B.
Yeah, Sundayoung got to be careful, but that smoke gives him a bit of room to move. Drops a nice little grenade, just dumping his util while he can. He knows this one feels inevitable. 3 on the A site. Spirit have the right idea in mind. Flash peek, Sundayoung dodges it. Chopper goes back in, and FaZe is just getting whittled down, cut into tiny little pieces. Olaf up on long, but the Tech-9 is a fickle beast, and it's only Brokey left up, not for long. Spirit 5 alive again. It's not getting any easier for FaZe, that's to say for sure. That was a full force buy. Spirit at least made theirs close when they went for the 5 Galils. FaZe's Deagles don't do any damage. And that's a rare sentence to say.
Yeah, it's just unreal to me, like the kind of guy, the kind of player you must be to be able to not just go like 1 and 6 down and pull it back till you're in like an all right spot, but to actually take it back dominantly in a scoreline similar to what was done up against you, right? And then to keep taking it even further, like that is really impressive. FaZe had all the momentum built up behind them. It was looking really good. You know, Team Spirit couldn't really get anything going. And now here they are, kind of blowing FaZe out the water and making us ever forget that there was this great start for FaZe Clan. It feels like all my attention is getting drawn back onto Team Spirit here on, you know, what used to be like their home map.
And rightly so, right? Because you can't doubt the results in front of us. Spirit having fun with it. They're flexing. They're pushing up, taking some water control. There's been some nice flashes in this round to catch out Olaf over the graffiti wall. Sundayoung has stopped caring. He is in the T-spawn right now, although this could be awkward. He's going to miss the timing. Oh, yeah, he does wrap connector. I thought he was going to go B for a second. Dexter drops the bomb, but this shouldn't be around the FaZe have any say in the matter anyway. 2 pistols left up. Sundayoung stops walking, and it's not pretty, but it is a kill, and it is a 3rd flawless round in a row. FaZe have not had a kill in all 3 rounds of this T side.
I like that Dexter's very, very keen to, or not Dexter, sorry, Sundayoung was very, very keen to show the flank that comes in, right? Like running to go find that kill. It's kind of going to make FaZe like a little bit paranoid, right? It's like showing you, yeah, look, man, we're coming from some unknown place on the map, a fast flanking. This is stuff you're going to have to watch out for.
Yeah, and Dexter's brought up his first AWP of the CT side, but he is 18-6, right? I think there were questions on, LAN jitters, LAN nerves, even LAN performance, right? If you take the mental out of it, what will, Dexter do on LAN, considering how good he is online? Well, it's not holding him back by any means. That seems clear as day. The flash peek with the boost, Rain is waiting for it, but he can't get a kill. Talking of Dexter, he's opened up on A long. Twist is dead. And so, yeah, this AWP, it strikes fear in FaZe Clan. Karrigan getting out middle. If he runs away, Young will hear it. Karrigan's got util at least to throw towards... That looks like the B-bomb site more than anything. It's going to go down over the wall. I know. My mistake. It bounces off the skybox. It's the little lurk smoke up towards A, and here they go. FaZe regrouping down on lower, going towards Monster. There's 2 CTs in position, but Spirit are already drawing rotations back.
Yeah, they're so cognizant of what's happening in this round. They've reinforced this B bomb site with plenty of time left, and that's going to prove to be important with Chopper knocked out, Mir as well. And now the bomb's coming back up to A. Karrigan has made that call. He's saying, boys, I'm in the A site. We don't get days like this all the time. His barrel's been spotted, and actually, Team Spirit were coming this way to save. This is wild. They're clashing at the A site now. This wasn't the intention, but it's what's ended up happening, and they might win the round on the back of it. A 2-on-2. Rain's all the way down on the B bomb site. He's having to rotate up. Karrigan has got to stay alive, and he will hold off the first man out through bank. Now it's Young versus Rain. Is he ready for this wrap from B? The bomb's on truck. Rain's in the right place, right time. Defuse getting stuck, and Rain's gonna lock the round in, but still... Oh, that is not how that was meant to go.
Oh my goodness. You take that though, right? The double entry into B for Rain. That's, as you said, what forced the save. Spirit are like, guys, let's get out of here.
That's wild though, right? They're running up to A like, all right, boys, yeah, look, we just have to let them have this one. And then Dexter goes, hang on, you're not going to believe this, but the bomb's going down A.
I mean, it was a really nice fake, right? Like, if Rain only gets one there, Spirit is still at B. They're delayed even longer. That round is probably even cleaner for FaZe. And Karrigan, I don't know how he gets away with 2 kills there, to be honest. He's got to be very happy, very relieved that Rain closed it out, because he was so low, tucked close to the bank, but hit an immediate headshot in the 2-on-2. That had to happen. If that was a 2-on-1 for Spirit, they can cover the defuse, they can win the round. Another flash peek for Spirit. They're going back to this again, but no one here this time. FaZe are very slow out of the gates. Not a lot of utility. They take 4 casualties in the previous round. So got to be very careful with where these grenades go. You need enough for the late round commit. And really, at this point, they don't even have enough for a late round. They have no smoke. They have a double molly getting used now. Rain's got to throw those flashes.
Yeah, your sight I mean, this whole round is going to be very, very brawly, right? Like, no team really has ample utility. You've got like a full amount on Dexter. That's it for Team Spirit. And on FaZe, you've got no smokes to cut off these angles. So I think in a way, Dexter is kind of the freest piece in the server right now. He's able to slow you down with utility. You're not really able to cut him off outside of using these flashes. And that makes the AWP a pretty dangerous prospect. Luckily enough, he's up on the A site. Oh, he's rotating down a B. Why would I say that? Why would I have said that? FaZe Clan, oh, they've been cursed. Young caught from the pit. There's more where it came from, Magix. Oh, it's just a slaughter in this B bomb site. Everyone's dead in a matter of seconds. The lack of utility leaves so many angles open. A handful of flashes to try and set up the guys to get in. And it's not gone well. Twist takes some to the grave with him, but it's still a Team Spirit round at the end of the day.
Yeah, lovely little anchor work there for Young. That first player gets through before the flash pops, but Young gets like a second division and is able to take that kill and really just snowballs behind that. If FaZe get the first entry, who knows where that round goes, but instead they just kind of siphoned in one by one by one. easy peasy for SDY. Spirit coming in with another gun round.
You know, I think you got to say the calling for Spirit has been great so far, right? You could be forgiven for thinking these guys have X-ray as well, because it feels like they're always hitting the timings on these rotations with perfection, man. Like as that B push is coming in, you just put a fourth guy down there. Now Reigns, Deagle. Oh, he's even trying to spam the Heaven player.
He hit him for 3. Man's got the lineups. And he'll need to have him through this con wall. He's getting double-faced. But even so, that's a great way to start off a round that you should have, to be honest, no business winning. But for Deagles, hell, anything is possible. Up come FaZe fast as well. This gets hurt by the B players, so rifles need to be ready. And Brokey wins a Glock fight. Dexter alone with everyone in his face. Pistols out, backing up. He's taken 2 to the grave, but they're getting close.
Oh, this orb, you don't want to give it away. Brokey trying to Glock another player out of the round. You ain't Glocking Dexter, ain't you read the rules? Here's Olaf, last guy left alive. Oh, and Dexter nails him on the swing out of bank. Dexter's been a real cornerstone of this this game, man. Like the A bomb site has felt so safe, so secure because this AWP of Dexter is there. The way that he's been approaching it has been so sound as well, right? Like we do occasionally see, you know, him looking to fight over towards mid, but you'll note that every single time we get into like either these fast A rounds or as the clock is running out, he's always playing back in the A site, right? Yeah. Just there to get information, thin out the herd, set his teammates up for a retake. And, you know, it must feel very, very freeing that you feel so comfortable saying to Dexter, look, man, you are responsible for A, and occasionally we are just going to play 4 or 3 dudes down towards that B site and leave a lot of the pressure on you, and he's not crumbling under that pressure. He's molded by it.
Now he's free to roam as well. Look, he's checking out B. He's going for a monster peek. He doesn't see anyone, but there's a couple of players there. But that being said, FaZe is still grouping up on top right now. And so Dex's rotate back up is well timed. Very early, in fact. Premature, as FaZe have a lot of room to clear in middle before they end up committing. Brokey's got an AWP. He saved for it with that Glock. FaZe had a 5-on-3 last round, man. I mean, you know, you can't look at it just that way. They were on pistols, but now they really need to put their money where their mouth is. They need to win a gun round here, or Spirit are going to close this map out. Some Young close in the toilets. Flash is starting to go over. He sees the util. Can he find an appropriate shot? Doesn't want to be caught in the open. Now it's Dexter on bank as well. Some Young just trying to stop the bomb plot. He needs a couple here, but Twist with a hard clear leaves Dexter locked out of the bomb site. It's all owned by FaZe Clan. You wouldn't even be, you know, upset to save here if you're Spirit. You're so pushed out of position. You have no flank. Everyone's in CT, and that is the call being made. No map control for Spirit. No hope with a man down. Out they go. And try it again later.
Yeah, and being real, you know, if you were going to lose a round as Spirit, because, you know, it's not uncommon that occasionally, right, in a 30-round game of CS, you will lose a round at some point.
At least.
You know, if you were going to lose one, when you're up in the lead in this position, this is the way you want it to happen. You know, you lose one player, you save on everyone else. They haven't really done anything to your money situation. You know, you're still able to keep the pressure on your opponent. And for FaZe, it's merely a step in the right direction at this point, right? Like they still have a little ways to go before they're well and truly, you know, hot on the heels of Team Spirit. A victory in the coming round, now that would be huge. That would be an entirely different story. Now, if you're able to find a victory and remove some players from the Team Spirit squad, knock them out of the server, well, then you will start to get into that realm where you're resetting the money, where you're getting 2-for-1s on the back of winning a round. And so that's why it was important for Team Spirit to keep that save up there, just to keep this pressure on and let them have a chance to fight for this lead.
Yeah, FaZe aren't far from that position, at least in terms of resetting Spirit, so This is a very important round, especially if you're going for it. Carrigan with a molly. Oh dear, Chopper, he's going to get heard running up. He actually escapes getting tagged. Maybe they don't know he's in position, but he knows where Rain is. Carrigan flashing, but it doesn't go well for him. He runs into the wall, and it's going to be Chopper finding the first. Dexter now on short side, catches Olaf, and they already know about Rain. They caught him earlier, so Molly keeps this guy contained in the corner. Twist tagged in middle by another AWP. It is falling apart for FaZe right now, and they have no idea where to go, what to look at. Rain getting dunked, does respond, but that nade just came over the wall, putting him down to 40. Even if FaZe are getting kills, they're getting bruised, they're getting battered in the process.
Yeah, you know, you're the walking wounded at this point in time as well, man. You're on like the reserves of this squad. Brokey, the only guy with any HP, he's given up that AWP, put it in the hands of Twists because he's very, very low. And FaZe, are they going to look to commit to B, right? They're trying to get in, they're trying to go. Rain dies on the initial peak. Oh, there is a follow-up for Brokey at least. Oh, and he might have saved the round. Little double AWP retake left up in this one, and they nail the shot onto Brokey. So it's Twists, and he won't miss. Out from CT, swinging is Dexter, and the Deagle ruins Twist's day. It's another nice try from the AWP in Twist's hands, but not destined to get past the double up on the Team Spirit side.
And CIS are silencing the haters this tournament, Harry. There's no question about it, right? We may have seen so many successful CIS squads back at Katowice with a caveat of online play. Not today. Dexter is absolutely tearing through FaZe Clan right now. He's 26-8, 3 kills in that one. Twist in the perfect position to win the round with the AWP as well, and Dexter just wide peeks him. This is impeccable for Spirit. 14-9, ready to close the map. Let's see if FaZe make it that easy.
Flashes through Monster, but not committing to B just yet. Certainly applying some pressure here. Making Team Spirit a little nervous as to what's going to happen here, but the boost nets them that free kill onto Olaf.
They've been doing that every round, man. The flash peek with boost, different variances of it, you know, peeking deep tunnel, going over, flashing into con. Spirit have been trying this every round. Now that FaZe finally take water, they figure out the hard way.
It's got to feel rough. FaZe Clan, you know, they came into this, they were feeling all confident. Carrigan was yelling nice things at his team. And now we could do with more of those nice things. We could do with more of those good times. Instead, Finn's going to die on his push out through Monster. And now the numbers dwindling into the crossfires. They go. Team Spirit up onto 15. And for FaZe, well, the good times might be coming to a close after all.
Yeah, we've not talked a lot about Mia in this game, but he has a massive round there, so great to see from him. This guy's such a talent within the CIS region. He's, you know, often been... you know, I just don't think we've seen him on these world stages, in these finals, like I think he deserves as an individual.
Something I really wanted to talk about seeing is this game feels like it's going to end soon, was Brokey. Oh, hang on, he's getting 5-man boosted. He came into this firing on all cylinders. He was up 10-1 when we were 6 rounds into the game. Well, since that point, right, an additional 19 rounds have played out, and he's gotten 6 kills.
And what, 13 more deaths?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dexter, right, which was the other point I was going to make, he's only gotten stronger as the game's gone on, right? He's topping the charts. The AWP on the Team Spirit side has been snowballing out of control, whereas the AWP on the FaZe Clan side has felt like it's had waning results. It's a real shame, because when we got that 4K around Pillar, I was thinking like, oh, Brokey's in for a big day.
I mean, everything started well for FaZe, right? It was 6-1. Twist was winning insane rounds as well. Look at Chopper, no fear. Pushed up on long, taking Carrigan out of the round, and he has to lead from beyond the grave. Twist, that's a big kill to Sumdai Young, but they're still walking into Dexter, and he is yet to falter on this AWP. No change today. Hits Brokey down low, but at least he's on an AWP of his own, and Dexter's so blind, he can't find a flick shot. Twist presses wide. Rain catching connector rotations, and Chopper all alone. May as well give it a go, but at the same time, you don't have money here if you're Spirit, so a save isn't a bad call, and Brokey might not let it happen anyway. Chopper just tucks in the corner, and yeah, maybe sit here, wait for some exits to come by.
I think you got to give credit where credit is due to Twists, right? For keeping up, like being the identifiable player as someone who has kept it up throughout the entire game. It feels like whenever FaZe have won around, he has been an integral part of it, right? You know, don't get me wrong, we've had nice moments out of guys like Olaf, Rain in this round as well, but Twist, still a name mentioned alongside him. Now, Rain!
Oh, that's good.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Brokey saves his life! Rain, you owe Brokey big time for that one.
Oh, you can see him walking up, man. That's sad. Nice try. Either way, it's
also mad respect for Brokey for checking a corner that his teammate had just walked past and not assuming that everything was a-okay.
You should always do that. You should always, you know, if you have the time to clear it, not if you're entering into a bomb site, but, you know, in a situation like that, clear everything. You never know where they're hiding. And right now, Spirit aren't hiding. 15-10. This is a statement right now. Certainly haven't won the game yet, though, right? We've seen many a team get ahead of themselves at a scoreline similar to this. I mean, FaZe are no exception. So pistols out and a push towards short. Okay, don't win this round, Spirit. That's actually against the rules. Magix has grabbed a gun. He can rotate up A. In fact, all of Spirit can rotate up A if they please. And yes, oh my goodness, they're going for it. What a call. FaZe aren't hearing these rotates. They're on long as well. So Spirit are allowed to run everyone back up.
This is wild, man. Like, if you were up short, you would at least know what you're running into. The fact that you've come from long means you are reacting as it's happening in real time, but still, they catch that AK, and now any danger in this round should be quelled, you know? It really did hinge on Magix with that rifle that was retrieved, doing some work. I'm a little bit miffed as to how he's the only guy to make it to the site, right? If there were USPs alongside him, you could have juggled that AK around, you could have kept fighting with it, you know, kind of peaked in waves and kept the AK with players to wield it. Unfortunately, Magix was in the site all alone.
Yeah, I would have loved to see more players get out there, right, and just bait for him.
Yeah, it's more like, it's kind of like they just said to Magix, who had the most to lose.
Good luck.
Go out there, bud. We're just going to hang out back here in CT.
Is, like, even playing like Dumpster, for example, I know the util came in for FaZe. But
oh my god, Chopper actually went and got it, the mad lad.
Nice. Oh, he's
and then died to bomb.
Okay, well, it was a nice try. Yeah, like playing something like Dumpster and going for that headshot angle, like at least if you die, your teammate can immediately grab the gun with no risk of death, like, you know, just cycle it through your team. All this being said, none of it matters. FaZe have won the round, as they should have anyway against USPs, and now Spirit have got a full buy. Dexter back on the orb, finally double-digit deaths, but maybe no more. He wants to close it here and now.
Yeah, double orbs purchased up. Sumdar Young and Dexter donning them. Nade stack doesn't find all too much damage onto Chopper. It's nice from FaZe. They're trying to problem solve it. You mentioned how this boost has been coming in a hell of a lot. That's why they throw the nade stack to try and deal with this short flash boost combo. Unfortunately for them, the nades don't find much, and the boost still comes in. So it's information gained now for Team Spirit.
And just a note, we saw that like silent boost on the T side outside of water for the barrels peak, right? Where the player's standing up and you can jump on his head. There's loads of spots you can do that on loads of maps. They just did it again on short. So, you know, the boosting player is a little bit lower down. And so, you know, they don't need to crouch. Therefore, it makes the boost quicker, it makes the boost quieter, and it lets them peak it fast with a flash. Sumdar Young, this is not where you want to be with the orb. He's been boxed into a corner by utility. He's going to move into the toilet. And there's only really one man here unless they come through Divider. The flick shot is in. Sumdar Young now trapped, and they've got him boxed in. He's the only guy here. Gone very quickly. Now up to the long player. Dexter creeping back, but he doesn't want to overcommit. He knows he'll get cleared, and he'll use that to his advantage. 3-on-3 here. FaZe are getting stuck.
Yeah, that's a little bit rough. I think if you're Twister, you're really not anticipating another AWP waiting at long. Olaf gonna win that fight on Tamir at least. You've still got to be concerned about Dexter. Brokey is looking to try and deal with this long player, but blinded. Oh no, the flashbang. Dexter sets himself up for that kill. Molly onto Truck. The utility is just perfect. And now they know about Rain on the flank. Both players knives out, and Rain's dead to the M4. It's the defuse found for Team Spirit. There isn't a kit on Magix, but he's got enough time. 16-11, Team Spirit take down FaZe on their map pick. And now we look to the future. It's gonna be Inferno as map number 2. We're hoping that things can get heated up again in the FaZe kitchens.
Bit of a stumble step here from FaZe in the first map of the series. Overpass going the way of Spirit, 16-11 after a pretty close first half. It's Spirit running away with all the cookies. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Intel Extreme Masters. It's Cologne. It's 2021. And we are on a local area Network. I've got Maniac and Moses here with me to talk about what went wrong for FaZe and what went right for Spirit.
All right, well, I'm going to pull a fast one on you. Let's talk about what went right for FaZe at the beginning.
Okay.
Let's kick this up this way. They win that Deagle round with Twist and Olofmeister on the B side, which is beautiful. They reset Spirit. Then we have the Brokey clutch, and we can just run it right now because I want to mention how crazy it was from Brokey on that position on the B side. Even though Spirit had a good start, we know they had this weird ability to fumble some of these 5v4s.
Yeah.
And then Brokey just destroyed Spirit. He destroyed Spirit, and at the time, I thought this is it. This is a breaking point from Spirit. If you've looked at their game and you know how mentally they can be sometimes shook down, this is the round I'm mentioning, Tres. This 4-1 in the lead for FaZe Clan. Team Spirit have that beautiful entries on the B side. And have a look at the positioning from Brokey. He never, ever allows for a trade kill. This is beautiful, pristine clutching from Brokey. Obviously, with the fast codes, we're going to go in right to appreciate just the spectacle that he's putting here, because he's never in a position to get traded. This is perfection. And at this point, if you're Spirit, there's nothing you can do against that. But in your mind, it hurts you so much. They just lost the pistol round, the Deagle round. Now they lose this 1v4. It must hurt.
I mean, unfortunately, that was just a sign of what was going to come, because the only thing saving FaZe for that early good start was those heroic plays. Double Deagle kill from Olaf, triple kill with the Deagle from Twist over at Barrels, then this Brokey round. But you say Spirit still is finding those openings. They're still finding space. They're still finding success at that B bomb site, even if it's taken out from beneath them. And eventually, as the half wore on, they hit some very nice. They had a nice timing B rush, and that just swarmed it over. They abused that B bomb site for 3 rounds, went back to A, won a round there, and the rest of the half was just still going back to B and just using that like bread and butter. And it's one of the qualities of Overpass right now. The B bomb site gets a lot of attention these days. And when you flip side, if you want to see what FaZe did poor in their second half when they're on their T side, they win that 4th round. They go into the 5th round with weapons, but very light on utility. They spent way too much in the early stages just establishing like a standard map control and map presence, and then they eventually go back to the B bomb site. It's like, hey, who's got smokes? It's like, nope, I got a flash, I got a Molotov, and I got a flash, and that's it.
Together,
and then it's like, what are we gonna do? So I mean, just a little bit running out of utility in that sense. But you also have to say, Dexter was an absolute madman. 28 and 11, he was fantastic. He found a lot of opening kills. I think he had like 2 or 3 picks towards long A on their CT side, where he just got them an early man advantage.
He's got a nearly 75% kill assist rating, right? And that alone kind of speaks of volume between him and Mir. They were pretty much closing down FaZe at every turn of the way.
He was the main factor as to why Team Spirit were able to destroy FaZe in this game. And you just have to keep in mind, right? If you're Dexter, this is the most important event you've ever played, right? They were in IEM Katowice 2021, of course, which was online, but now this is the first LAN event. He's got everything to prove, and he's got that killer instinct. He's got this ability to find the sweet spot between being aggressive, being defensive. But whenever he got to find a kill, whenever he's got the advantage in the duel, he's going to go and get it. And this is a trait that is very rare in Counter-Strike players. Not all of them have it. Obviously, Simple is the prime example of that mindset. You can see Dexter, as soon as he gets a leg shot, I guarantee you he switches to the USP, goes to finish the target. He's got that bloodlust that is very particular to see, and I'm just happy to see him find his foot in for Spirit in that event in general.
Like a shark and a goldfish pond almost, with, obviously one of the goldfish.
Shark and a goldfish pond.
Yeah, it was a reach, but also it was a reach the fact that this is an elimination game. Now, that is very important, and what can that mean for the mindset of FaZe, who, they've came here and they've looked pretty good, and then at this point it is now do or die time. We go to Inferno. FaZe love a little bit of Inferno. So what do we think?
Well, I like I said at the start of this, I think one of the biggest weaknesses Spirit have is their map pool. I still don't have a whole lot of confidence in it. So I think FaZe, you've got to be confident, having done your research and having had the conversations ahead of this, that Spirit's, once you get past that first map, obviously Dust 2 not in the pool, you're happy with that. That's their best map. Overpass, you drop. That's unfortunate. It's not a great map for you either, but you have to be confident in the fact that you feel like you have a deeper map pool available for these maps 2 and 3. In fact, Spirit have not beat a top 20 opponent in a series without Dust 2 being played since like Katowice this year. It's been like 4 or 5 months since they've won a series. But the good news also, though, is FaZe is ranked 36, so they're not a top 20 opponent.
There's also just a caveat to the losses of Spirit on Inferno. In the last 3 months, all the teams that have beaten Spirit are from the CIS region. And I guarantee you there is something psychological happening when it comes to Spirit and these derby, like regional derby matches where they really drop the ball more often than not. This is not the case here. Spirit on Inferno is not a great team. I'll join you on that one, but I need to see a reaction from FaZe. We need to see a reaction.
So you're saying there's a chance?
1 in a million.
1 in a million. Let's find out. We're going to have to go to a break, and when we come back, it's FaZe and Spirit continuing this best of 3, this elimination best of 3 on Inferno. Don't move a muscle. We'll be RB. Game. He's going to get that shot, and it has to feel a little bit good out middle of the air. Oh, he takes every single one from nothing to the AWPAs.
I can't believe he's just done that.
Epics.gg official CSGO trading card. Collect your Epics on shop.eslgaming.com.
Message today?
Anything at all. It's a letter just to say hello. You know, it's been a long time. You get to
It's like passing along.
Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. K's, nice guy. We know him well. Thanks for that, mate. But all right. This sucks. You've made the right choice, maybe?
You like that writing? Haven't wrote in like 10 years.
That was pretty harsh. I think that's funny. I thought it was gonna be like a nice message or something, and I'm getting trolled. We have to write to Vitality though. We can probably just write.
If you wanna win Apex, you gotta throw better flashes. Well, I'm not sure they're right, because I'm throwing good flashes though.
Config and JK.
Oh fuck. Would have said hit the gym a little bit better.
I mean, I agree. Well, yeah, I think so too.
I just want to get fit, you know? I don't want to get massive.
You're already fit, Justin.
Yeah, see,
you look beautiful.
There it is. You got this, boss.
The Brazilians, I don't want to die, dude. I'll just say good luck in the tournament, boss.
Good luck in the tournament, boys.
Obo, do you even lift? Could it be like a question or something?
Obo, can you tell us your workout routine? Yeah, my workout routine, definitely need to get a more intense one, I think.
I'm thinking about the Speedy because the name is like kind of like speed or whatever. So,
yo, Speedy, how fast will you run away in the server? That's my magic trick. I can change the client settings so I'm faster than anyone, but don't tell it. What do we write? Wenn du eine Idee hast, sag einfach, ne?
No pressure. If you're not performing, your team will not make it. Greetings, Rob from Dennis.
Okay, I'll write something. Dear Team 1, I don't know much about you, but Robs and Dexter wish you all the best in your journey in Europe. Thank you, guys. We know a lot of you. We are big fans of our game and your hard work, and we expect that later of this event, you guys will know who we are. Thank you, guys, for the message. I think we can say we are learning a lot with these guys.
Yeah, dear Big, we are learning a lot with you guys, especially your good utility, but we can do it better. Good luck in Cologne. Oh man, that's a nice message for sure, man.
Kerrigan and Rain. I want to write to Olaf.
Hey, Kerrigan and Rain, how long will Grandpa Olaf stay this time? Keto plus Tabson.
I mean, they may be scared for him that he stays too long, you know?
Olaf yeah, I think they're a little bit afraid.
A little bit afraid.
Hi, Mountain Flames, that's the one to write. Fuck off.
Hey, Mantu and Flames. Hi, Flames. Fuck off. Kerrigan and Rain.
Okay. Okay, let's write something in French.
Oh, it's few words. Oh, wait, it was Lambert. So, voulez-vous coucher avec moi? So it's a famous phrase, I would say, in France. Do you want to sleep with me? I mean, so I need to write something, right? You know that famous meme? I think it was one of the first major on CS when he, you know what I mean? Like he put his hand like this and I think it was red.
Dear PTR and Johnji, nobody will keep you hanging this time. Hashtag CLG, hashtag meme, hashtag old days. Haji and Maka.
Yeah, we've definitely been working on it.
here we are, ready to move into the map pick of FaZe. We're hoping that we can have another strong start out of them. We're wanting a big series out of this one here. Team Spirit, they really brought the heat back on Overpass from going 1-6 down to winning out the first half to getting it over the line. And now the pressure's on for the boys on the FaZe clan side. This is where we're going to look to guys like Carrigan, guys like Robert to try and calm the guys down, get everyone feeling it for this second game. Nerves obviously riding high.
Yeah, right. I mean, Spirit looked pretty calm, man. They looked pretty relaxed. Even in victory, they were just sort of chilling. You know, oh, nice guys. Well, that was fun. Shame we're not 5 dudes here, but we can do it 3 on 5. And yeah, they certainly can. That was a really, really nice game on Overpass for Spirit. FaZe, you know, it's not the end of the world. They have their map pick coming up, right? This is one that Spirit in the past have been really good on. Maybe recent results haven't really set them up successfully, but given the context of this game, given what we just got out of players like Dexter and Mia, or Dexter and Mia, I have hope for Spirit, right? I think a 2-0 isn't outside of the realms of possibility. That being said, like, we had so many bright shining stars for FaZe. I don't really know where they went. Twist never disappeared. He was apparent all game long. But players like, you know, Brokey, for example, extremely strong stars, slow finishes, can't afford to happen here. Unfortunately, T-side AWPing on Inferno is not a fun way to start your day. So let's get into things. It's Inferno, it's map 2, it's FaZe's pick against Spirit.
And already lots of attention up through middle for FaZe. Brokey, that's one hell of an opener. Dexter on the receiving end of that little Glock burst. Magic's dead after one. It's a nice opening shot, but still, he's put in the dirt. Mir, a little bit late on this banana flank, can't capitalize. And so Chopper down in the pit has got to make a stand. Oh, make a stand, he's shell dancing. No. Chopper, how's he done this to them? Attack Chopper, man. The Apache down in pit, rains death from above. And just one man left. Chopper can't seal the deal. Mir will be there to get it over the line. Do not know how Chopper just got away with a hat-trick from that position.
My God, just dancing, right? Jumping up, using the pit as cover. No, there's no way in hell he should be getting more than one there. And think about how many whiffs we saw from Chopper. Look at these shots, just missing. And then he deletes 3, gets the reload off as well. That's one way to start strong. Dexter may have been double headshot in middle by Brokey, but it didn't matter. It didn't change the round. And FaZe, no bomb plant, no force. Gonna be getting those guns in as soon as possible. This is gonna be an easy round for Spirit. They know it. They've got 4 MP9s. They want to make that money. Obviously, it's gonna leave them running bonus round into AKs. So, you know, that's always in the back of your mind if you're FaZe. Once you spot all these, you know, underpowered guns on a map like Inferno, they definitely value in the